What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Obina, one half of the Asika Bros. On this channel with my brother Chima, we make videos on business, finance, and wealth building. If you're new to this channel, please subscribe, check us out, and see what we're about. If you're returning, welcome back to the stock series. This video is going to be all about how to pick a stock. This is a highly requested video, so please share with a friend, give us a like, and subscribe. If you want us to keep making content, if you want us to keep being able to pour back into you as people pour back into us, this is years of hard work, dedication, and really studying. So please subscribe and give us a like, and we're going to jump right into how to pick a stock. Stay tuned. So I don't want to waste any time, so let's jump right into it. How do you pick a stock? Well, let's go back to what I said in the first video. If you haven't seen the very first video of the stock series, please go watch it in order. Go watch that. I gave a lot of knowledge in that video. So what I was talking about in the first video is you have to really pay attention. You have to really stop thinking like a consumer, start thinking like an investor, and really realize what's going on around you. So first thing you have to realize is, where are the shifts that are happening in the world right now? And right now we are living through a tremendous time. This is a time that's going to go down in history. We are living through to me, I think, is a scientific revolution, and we are living through a pandemic and a recession and the recovery of a recession. So those two things, between the recession and the recovery and the scientific revolution, is going to really clue us into where do we need to invest. So I think that we're living through the digital age. We're still in the tech age. We're still inside. People always used to refer this as the information age, but I think we're switching a little bit. This is my personal opinion. I think we're switching a little bit from like the information age, from all like the having so much data products, even though data is always going to huge impact on the world. Data is the new oil, to being more in the efficiency age, where products and technologies and things are going to make human life more efficient and easier. Look at Amazon. What did Amazon do? They gave you your package in 1 day, or in 2 days, in 3. You may have been able to somehow get something the same day. There's so many different companies and products and businesses out there that enable us to live more efficient and easier. So we're still in the digital age. Don't get that wrong. Technology is playing a huge role, as technology is a part of every industry. Really, technology is there everywhere. You have to really think, what did Corona really do to the world? The Corona forced us to speed up a scientific revolution that was already happening. If you have been outside your house or to like some type of restaurant since Corona has started, what is one thing that you notice is that a lot of restaurants don't have physical menus anymore. They have QR codes for their menu. On the table, you can scan it. If you're with a group of friends, you all have your own phones. You guys don't have to touch the same paper no more. QR codes have been out for a long time. But why are some restaurants just now getting that? Well, because we are being forced to adapt and move faster into this scientific revolution than we were before. So with that said, we have to pay attention to industries. Me, I look at industries before I pick specific stocks and funds or indexes. Industries is understanding what industry is going to do well, what industry is not going to do well. Is going to be your golden ticket to picking the right stocks. Should I drop some gems right now? You guys want to hear some good industries to be in? Clean energy. Clean energy is going crazy. As you can see, we are trying to move away from polluting the earth. So anything clean energy, take a look into that. That goes into electric vehicles. That goes into solar. Solar is a good one. That goes into biofuels, which has been going crazy lately. We're seeing like stocks like Gevo go crazy. So clean energy is really a really dope industry to be in right now. Next industry I think is really cool. These are off the top of my head. Is, I was gonna say technology, but internet products, digital products, anything that allows people to have it in your phone and or their tablet is really gonna be running rampant. So the digital age is huge right now. Technology is so big. It's so big. Almost everything is a part of technology. So let's look at subcategories of technology. Let's look at e-commerce. E-commerce is huge, especially with Corona. People are not shopping in stores as often as they were before. We saw that during this last holiday season, even on Black Friday, not that many people were in the malls fighting over the same Gucci bag like they used to be in the previous years. Now people are online ordering and doing all of that. So e-commerce is definitely going crazy. That's why I like stocks like Amazon, even though it's a little bit expensive. Not really expensive, but it's pricey. I'm gonna use the word pricey instead. Me, one of my personal favorites is JD. JD is literally like an Amazon just in the China market. And we know that China has a lot of people and they're a very promising market for a lot of these sectors and industries I'm going to talk about, such as EV. China's the biggest EV market in the world right now. So I like JD.com. It's like basically like Amazon for China. You may have heard of Alibaba too. Me personally, I compare Alibaba to more of an eBay and JD to like Amazon. That's just my opinion though. It's my opinion. So e-commerce is a great field to be in. Communication and collaboration, which is technology. We are looking at things like Zoom. You see Zoom is going crazy. And what did Zoom also do that enabled them to win over a lot of their competitors is they made it easy and efficient. To record, to get on a Zoom call is very easy. There's not too much going on. There's not all these things on your screen. They made it very easy. And we saw in their last earnings, their price literally just jumped. Like I know so many people that were in options that made so much money from that Zoom earnings call. So Zoom is definitely a place to keep your eyes open. But overall, the collaboration and digital connectivity space is really going to be big during this time. All right, so since I don't want to keep calling off industries off the top of my head, let me look into my portfolio and I'll tell you some of the industries that I'm invested in right now. We spoke about e-commerce, clean energy, fintech. Fintech is going crazy. You guys probably heard of Square. Square CEO is Jack Dorsey, same CEO of Twitter. Square is doing a lot of things in the financial tech space with Cash App. They are going rampage with adding Bitcoin to the system. They're trying to be a digital bank, literally for your they're trying to be a one-stop shop for you as a consumer. Like there's actually more users on Square. I mean, not on Square. Square's the stock. They own Cash App. There's actually more users on Venmo than there is on regular banks. Like Venmo and Square are going crazy. So fintech is a very good space to be in right now. We're looking at healthcare. Healthcare is always going to be a top place to put your money in. People, please, you are seeing what's going on with Corona right now. You're seeing how fast. I don't know if you guys are deep into understanding the healthcare field, but you've been seeing all the technologies that are coming out and how fast they're coming out because of how the world is trying to fight Corona. So healthcare is a great industry to be in. Healthcare technology, anything healthcare. We're going to talk about like Teladoc, really good company. Ticker's TDoc. Let me see. Yeah, really good company. There's a whole bunch of different nice healthcare ones. But yes, please pay attention to healthcare. There's some amazing things going on in this genomic revolution that we're going through right now. So please, healthcare is a dope industry to be in. We talked about healthcare, clean energy, clean/renewable energy. We talked about e-commerce. That's a few gems right there, man. We could start with that right now. That's really dope. We also, cannabis. Cannabis is an interesting industry to keep your eyes open for. As you guys can see, a lot of legalization talk and a lot of legalization has happened in the cannabis that impacted me and you. I live in New Jersey. In New Jersey, we just became decriminalized. That was a big thing. What's going to happen from now? Well, keep your eyes to the business and see where the conversations are going, what people are talking about, where is it heading. It's literally not that hard, people. We really have to be business oriented, and we can find the sectors that are really going to do well. If you have any sectors that you want some feedback on whether they're cool or not, please drop them in the description. We're going to talk about them, but those are just a few sectors that I like right now and I think that are going to be very profitable. There's also different ETFs that I'm going to discuss in the later video. I want to do a whole video on just ETFs because there's a lot to talk about for ETFs. So I'm going to do a video on the different ETFs that I think are really good, especially for the passive investor that doesn't want to take too much risk and doesn't want to be looking at their Robinhood portfolio or their portfolio every single second worrying if it's dropping or going up. Some good ETFs will let you put some money in there and just put it to a side. We're going to cover ETFs in one of these videos in stock series. Probably going to tag in this video, but stay tuned that's gonna be a great video to talk about. ETFs are highly slept on, man. The average, I feel like the average investor is trying to dive so deep into all these individual companies when you can just invest in an ETF that follows a particular sector that you know is doing good. You can invest in an ETF that follows genomics. You can invest in an ETF that follows next-gen internet. You can invest in an ETF that follows just innovation overall, that follows semiconductors, which is a very, very big thing right now. Yeah, those are just some ETF options. We're gonna talk a lot about that. Let me get into a little bit more specifics of what I'm looking at when evaluating a stock. And trust me, this series is gonna be a little bit long. We're gonna get into a lot of different topics, but here are just a few things that you can look at. So some of the things I look at are, who is the founder or the current CEO of the company? Current CEO and the founder plays a huge role in the company or the founding team. So you wanna make sure you invest in companies that have a good founder, a good CEO, and a good core team. Bad management can take a good company to the ground. You do not want to be in one of those situations. So I look at the founder or the CEO, the characteristics of the founder and the founding team, because all a company really is really just the sum of people who work there. It's not anything else. That's all the company is the sum of people and their collective minds who work there. That's gonna let you know if the company is good or not. Bad employees means bad company. It's that simple. Next thing I want to talk about, since we're starting off high level right now on what to look for a stock, is the vision of the company. What is the vision of the company? Where are they heading? Are they heading in the right path? That's very important. If a company has a bad vision, or if their vision is not that clear, you're not really sure what market they're trying to capture or what's really going on, it may not be the best place to put your money. So making sure you understand the vision of a company is extremely important. And I also ask, every time I invest in a company, I'm like, what is the one thing that you can do that other people cannot do or can't do as good as you? You need to have some type of competitive advantage, which is what they call a moat. So a moat is really just your competitive advantage over other people in your industry. What is your moat? Your moat may be that it's really expensive to get into the industry, that may be, and the company has developed so far in that it's hard for another competitor to come and take its place. Your moat may be the uniqueness of your product. Your moat may be a lot of the operation cost of the business. It could be a lot of different things. So your competitive advantage is really important for picking a stock. Why this stock over a different stock in the industry? It could be a different stock that's winning. Why is this one? Why do we pick you? Imagine you're interviewing a company. Why should I pick you? That's how you should need to ask when you're thinking about a company to invest in. Why pick this one? What can they do that other people cannot do or can't do nearly as good as them? The bigger the moat, I'm not gonna say the better the company, but the harder it is to knock that company off its feet. It's there for a while. A lot of times you look at companies like, let's look at Johnson & Johnson. Johnson & Johnson has a huge moat. Historically, they've been around for so long. It's hard for someone to just little Johnny tomorrow to start a company, a healthcare company, and scale and offer the type of products, services that Johnson & Johnson offers. It's really hard. Johnson & Johnson is also a value-based company, a company that's been around for a long time. It's not really in its growth stage, like its super growth stage, a company that's up and coming. It's kind of steadily increasing. So those type of companies are kind of, they're safe to invest in, but they will return you some value and some coins. All right, so let's summarize real quick. So we talked about understanding companies' competitive advantage, understanding the industries that are going to do well, understanding the founding team and the mission of the company, the founder. These are all great things to look at when evaluating a company. The next video, we're going to talk about how to really analyze a company. So we showed you how to find a company or a stock right now. I keep saying company, a stock. So this video is all about how to find a stock. The next video, we're going to talk about how to analyze a stock. So stay tuned to that. But that's all for today's video. Again, guys, thank you guys for tuning in. This is our stock series. We really hope that you guys are gaining some value off of what we are sharing on this channel. My brother Chima and I make videos about business, finance, and wealth building. If you're liking what you're seeing here, please subscribe. Stay tuned for the rest of the series, as we're going to be going over a lot, especially how to analyze a stock. So thank you guys. Until next time. Peace.